I'm Sharon, and I'll be your MC this morning. And welcome to Makawao Honganji's Nirvana Day service. Before we begin, I'd like to welcome two of our new friends this morning, Tony and Brian. Welcome to Makawao Honganji. Okay, please rise if you're able, and let's begin the service by singing Vandana Tisarana together in both Pali and English.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammasambuddhassa. Homage to him, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you. Please be seated. We'll now sing the Gatha Gasho with a meaning. The words will be shown on the screen or also on the handout. This will be followed by quiet sitting.
Namo Amida Butsu. I recite Amida's name with deep joy and gratitude. I show with Amida trees and grasses and flowers, all grow in great compassion. This light shines throughout the world. I show with Amida. Flowers bloom and flowers fall. From the seeds sprout new flowers. This is the truth unchanging. I show with Amida. Springtime brings the happy birds. Their songs all praise Amida. I join them in Nembutsu. I show with Amida. When I call Amida's name, it's Amida calling me. like morning sun, in the fading light of day, in the darkness of the night, Eitaikyō with Amida, Namo Amida Butsu. I live in great compassion. This great power guides my life. Eitaikyō with Amida. The virtue of Amida's vow is shared equally by all, together attaining awakened mind. We are born in the land of Namanda, Vitsanamanda, Vitsanamanda, Vitsanamanda. Now, let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you are able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. Sit up straight and align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes and just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. As you breathe in, you feel energy filling your body. And as you breathe out, any stress or worries in your mind just fade away. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation.
On the first Sunday of each month, we remember all those who have passed on before us, honored ancestors, departed loved ones, dear friends, and beloved companions. The list of memorial cycles for the month of February will be shown on the screens, followed by the list of people whose memorial month is February. During this time, we encourage everyone, both here in person and at home, joining us by live stream to offer incense and reflect upon the continued influence of departed loved ones and honored ancestors in this unrepeatable life.
Makawao, first memorial cycle. Yoshio Kijima, third memorial cycle. Helen Freitas, third memorial cycle. Jun Sato Hironaka, seventh memorial cycle. Narue Nikahara, seventh memorial cycle. Gladys Toshiko Ushijima, seventh memorial cycle. Edward Fubito Hidai, 13th memorial cycle. Hiroshi Matsui, 13th memorial cycle. Sueko Matsunaga, 17th memorial cycle. Akira Hedani, 17th memorial cycle. Eto Mitsue Okazaki, 17th memorial cycle. Yoshimi Uchiyama, 17th memorial cycle. Mitsi Mitsuko Abe, 17th memorial cycle. Tsuruo Imamura, 25th memorial cycle. Masami Masusato, 25th memorial cycle. Shizuko Hashimoto, 25th memorial cycle. Shinichi Robert Akemoto, 25th memorial cycle. Hana Nakasato, 25th memorial cycle. Harue Yamazaki, 25th memorial cycle. Remembering those who passed in the month of February. Kinshiro Maeda, 1979. Shizue Oishi, 1997. Robert Shinichi Akemoto, 1991. Masako Noda, 2003. Haruyuki Yamanaka, 2016. Jun Fusako Hironaka, 2017. Waichi Kunimitsu, 2003. Hajime Kawakami, 2006. Sueko Matsunaga, 2007. Sakayo Harada, 1957. Masaki Tokuoka, 1976. Sadako Enoki, 1992. Hiroshi Endo, 1951. Akira Hedani, 2007. George Freitas, 2016. Toshio Okuda, 1983. Tadao Miyauchi, 1968. Saki Ito, 1919. Wakano Kawahara, 1948. Kyuzo Sakaida, 1956. Yasuno Hamamoto, 1981. Mamoru Makawao, 2004. Namiko Noda, 2006. Isamu Iwanaga, 1908. Kinu Okuda, 1939. Yakichi Morikawa, 1950. Dorothy Toshiko Matsui, 2010. Penelope Tsukiya Hedani, 2005. Yoshio Kijima, 2021. Tamae Murashiga, 1994. Grace Hikumi Kayakami, 2004. Chiyoko Karimoto, 2009. Kamato Nakasato, 1987. Wakano Rokyakuba, 1997. Kinie Nishikawa, 1945. Hisayoshi Takahashi, 1990. Helen Kikue Freitas, 2021. Charlotte Yuriko Warwick, 1989. Sumako Katsuki, 1999. Mitzi Itsuko Abe, 2007. Hitoshi Kondo, 1941. Isamu Shimizu, 2010. Iki Okamura, 1996. Richard Morito Hamamoto, 1994. Naoki Kusakabe, 1979. Kazunobu Robert Enoki, 1987. Gladys Toshiko Ushijima, 2017. Hajime Tanitomi, 1994. Stanley Kyoko Doi, 2002. Small.
Thank you. Let us recite the golden chain of love together. Ready? I am holding
With God's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself.
I will try to defend your beautiful thoughts, to say
Your beautiful words and to do your beautiful deeds, knowing that on my life now depends not only my happiness or unhappiness, but also that of others. May every link in Amida's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida.
Hey, it's birthday time. On the first Sunday of each month, we celebrate birthdays. Here's a list of birthdays we know about. And if your birthday is this month, please come up to the front. We have brownies. Anyone? Okay. All right, here they are. Okay.
Sharon Nagoshi.
Yay! Finally in a rear. Okay. Jan Kinoshita. Jean Nishida. Yay! Robert Akuni. Yay! Roy Sakai. Yay! Sadao Aoyagi. Yay! Bart Peterson. Yay! Christy Bale. Yay! Sue Watcher. Belle Jones. Carol Makimoto. Fred Wong. I know Frank. How come you put this? Frank, come on, Frank. Oh, Frank too. Anybody else? Come on, kids. Tori and Rich. Anybody else wants a brownie? You can
Pound it.
Okay. All right, come take.
It's kind of windy.
Number 6, when is yours? Oh, right after Valentine's.
Okay. Sing loud now. We have to sing loud.
It's your birthday too?
Isn't it embarrassing? They always make the kids come up to give them cupcakes.
First. Oh, the first. Okay. We're the first. Your birthday.
Okay, let's sing happy birthday. Get a little bit closer together.
Okay. Ready, set, go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to everybody. Happy birthday to you.
Okay. All right. You're welcome. Okay.
Thank you so much. Just like saying thank you out there to the world. You know?
I should take out my candles. Okay, thank you. All right. We should say how old are we now? Old. Okay. 1 year. 1 year. Just another year.
It's all relative.
Okay, I didn't know all these people were born in February. All right. Good. All right, next, what are we having? Okay, now it's children's story time. And thank you for Tori and Benji for coming today. Yay. Yeah, next week is our drama school time, okay? Okay. Thank you so much for coming back. Okay, here we go.
Yes, and also thank you to Tori and Benji for raising the colors this morning. Oops, where am I? Oh, children's story time, sorry. Where's the script? Hey, Sensei, where's the script? It's got to be in here somewhere. Oh, no script. Okay. Okay, Sensei, I guess you did forget something this morning. No script. So,
What are you going to do? Well, let's see. Who can I see out here? Oh, I can see Tori and Benji. Well, that was easy. I don't have my magic glasses, so I can't see everybody on the live stream audience, but thanks for tuning in because we have a great story for you all today. It's called We Are Water Protectors. Ooh, I can't see this, sorry. Let me make it bigger. You guys can still. Today's story is We Are Water Protectors, written by Carol Lindstrom and illustrated by Makawao. Gold. We are water protectors. Okay, let's see if this is going to be any bigger. Okay, I'm going to have to think about this. So if you just have the slides, you can't see the words.
Here it is. It's big.
That's bigger. Let's see, actually, there's a way to. Water is the first medicine. Nakomi told me. We come from water. It nourishes us inside our mother's body. And as it nourishes us here on Mother Earth, water is sacred, she said. We stand with our songs and our drums. We are still here. The river's rhythm runs through my veins, runs through my people's veins. My people talk of a black snake that will destroy the land, spoil the water, poison plants and animals, and wreck everything in its path. When my people first spoke of the black snake, they foretold it wouldn't come for many, many years. Now the black snake is here. Its venom burns the land, courses through the water, making it unfit to drink. Take courage. I must keep the black snake away from my village's water. I must rally my people together to stand for the water, to stand for the land, to stand as one against the black snake. We stand with our songs and our drums. We are still here. It will not be easy. We fight for those who cannot fight for themselves, the winged ones, the crawling ones, the four-legged, the two-legged, the plants and trees, rivers, lakes, the earth. We are all related. Tears fall like waterfalls, stream down, tracks down my face, tracks down my people's faces. Water has its own spirit, Nakomi told me. Water is alive. Water remembers our ancestors who came before us, she said. We stand with our songs and our drums. We are still here. We are stewards of the earth. Our spirits have not been broken. We are water protectors. We stand. The black snake is in for the fight of its life. The book continues with notes from the author and the illustrator explaining the background for why they wrote this book. And there's also an Earth Steward and Water Protector pledge. The end. And that was the story, We Are Water Protectors, written by Carol Lindstrom and illustrated by Makawao Gold. Gotta remember, Sensei, you can't turn the slides if you got the puppet thing on your hand. Okay, wow, wasn't that a great story? Hey, let's ask our new buddies. Wow, what part did you like? Really? I love that part too. Wasn't it great how the little girl, she stood up against the black snake, right? She stood up and got all of her people together and said, let's do this. So a black snake, better watch out, right? Living here in Hawaii, we know about this kind of stuff, right? Takes just a little bit of pollution, and we all got a problem. So we all have to do our bit to help. What do you say, Lucy? Well, that's pretty good considering you're just making it up as you go along. You can laugh at this point. It's okay, well, tell you what, guys. Remember, kids, be good. Not too much. Thank you, Tori and Benji, for yelling it out. Okay. Hey, Sensei, just remember, next time you gotta write a script, okay? Okay. So, as our granddaughter says, now comes the boring part, the Dharma talk for adults. Although, spoiler alert, in the end, the Buddha dies. That's also supposed to be humorous. So today, we gathered for Nehang, for Nirvana gathering. Here in Hawaii, we know it mainly as Nirvana Day. It's a major service in the Honganji tradition, and we observe it as the death memorial, as the memorial service for Shakyamuni Buddha, the awakened one, the human being who realized nirvana, the extinguishing of the flame of egocentric desire in a human form, becoming the historical Buddha of our time, becoming the Buddha. So let's begin by defining nirvana. I think I have slides for this. So Mythbuster number 1, nirvana is not a place. It's not a place where you go. Nirvana is the extinguishing. It quite literally means to extinguish. The extinguishing of self-centered cravings and attachments, thus awakening to reality as it is in a human form, so in this human body during this human life. And because the Buddha taught that human existence is defined by our ego, elimination of the ego is the elimination of suffering in human life. So that is to say, realizing nirvana is to become a Buddha, become an awakened one, to see reality as it is, not reality as my ego wants it to be, in this body, in this life. So if there's a goal of Buddhism, so the study and practice of the Buddha's teachings, living the Buddha Dharma in every moment of each day of an unrepeatable life, then the goal of Buddha, simply put, is to become Buddha, to become a Buddha. So Shakyamuni Buddha realized nirvana as a human being at age 35 and spent the next 45 years teaching the path to eliminate human suffering. So we get to Mythbuster number 2. Buddhism is not a path to happiness, although it's popular to say that. The Buddha taught insight into human suffering and the cause of human suffering. He shared the path to eliminate suffering, dissatisfaction, and stress that's inherent in human life. So the philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer posited to define happiness. So what is happiness? The Western view is that if I have more than what I want, I am happy. And the reverse is if I don't have everything I want, I am not happy. It's a mathematical relationship. It's actually a very materialistic and self-centered view of happiness. And it explains a lot of American culture, our materialistic and consumption-centered culture. So in the American cultural framework, right, what is happiness? Happiness, it's about me. It's about what I want and what I have. So I think you can see where some of the problems in human suffering come from. So the Buddha taught the elimination of attachment to the very idea of me and mine and I. Is the way to transcend the ego self, to break free of our egocentric cravings and attachments that cause suffering for ourselves and others. So in other words, the Buddha taught that to eliminate me, to eliminate my ego, to eliminate the ego is nirvana, so extinguishing the ego. And this is awakening to reality as it is, which is, by definition, to become a Buddha. If you have no ego, your personal happiness is not a concern. So Shakyamuni Buddha dies at age 80, and he enters into pari nirvana, or the supreme awakening, the realm of the eternal Buddha, the Dharmakaya, the Dharma body. So that's Mythbuster number 3, is even a Buddha dies. Even a Buddha dies. So if a human being realizes nirvana, extinguishes the ego, they become a Buddha. But because we're born human, into a human body, with a human mind, we are rising from causes and conditions. And thus, right, our body, our mind, our ego is constantly changing. It's not permanent. It's not permanent. And inevitably, our human body, our human mind, it ages, it decays, it gets sick, and eventually all humans die. So in the end, even a Buddha dies. Even a Buddha dies. And so thus, Nirvana Day is a reminder of our human mortality. All things that arise from causes and conditions are subject to the truth of impermanence. Even a Buddha. And as far as I know, we're not Buddha. So parinirvana is the supreme nirvana, a return to the uncreated, the Dharmakaya, the Dharma body, the absolute and ultimate reality. So the Buddha's wisdom, his words, and the stories of his life were passed down for millennia, for thousands of years, becoming the Dharma teachings of the Buddha, also known as the Buddha Dharma. So for the first 100 years after the Buddha's death, the Buddha's wisdom, his words, were transmitted orally from person to person because they didn't have the technology to write things down. So these become the sutra, which are memorized and recited by followers of the Buddha. So if you're a monk, this is how you study the Buddha's teachings. To our Western ears, it sounds like chanting, and thus it becomes chanting the sutra. It's actually reciting the sutra from memory. So the Buddha's disciples and followers and supporters and students of the Dharma teacher, the Dharma teachings become the Sangha, or the community of friends and fellow travelers, fellow practitioners on the Buddhist path of wisdom and compassion. And that's why all the Buddhists everywhere, regardless of your school or tradition, revere the three treasures of the Buddha, the Dharma, and Sangha. So we sing the praises of the three treasures every Sunday here at Makawao. When we sing the Vandana Tisarana, the Tisarana is the three treasures part. And if you're going to memorize one thing in Pali, if you're going to make an effort to memorize something in a foreign language, the Vandana Tisarana is a good choice because it's recited and chanted by Buddhists everywhere. No matter where you go, people tend to do it in the original language of Pali. And so if you sing it in the style that we use here in Hawaii, everyone will be astounded because it's Western music, but it's these ancient words. So when we sing Namo Tassa, that is, that's actually the Vandana part, but the Tisarana, again, if you sing, when I was in India, I sang this in front of an altar to the Buddha, and the entire staff of the hotel where we were staying, they came to listen, because they had never heard the Vandana Tisarana, sung in Western, turn of the century Christian hymnal kind of arrangements. So anyway, if you want to surprise your Buddhist friends, that's a good way to do it. So Buddhism is not a religion of belief, but it's a religion of awakening to reality as it is. So turning your back on reality as the way my ego wants it to be. So awakening to reality as it is, this is wisdom. And having awakened, we see the interdependence of all life. We see that all life is one. We see that our life is a precious gift that's given to us by innumerable living beings. And, most importantly, what we think, say, and do has consequences for ourselves, but also countless others. Buddhism doesn't require that you believe in a deity or dogma. It doesn't rely upon petitionary prayer, and it does not teach that you will be judged at the end of life. Buddhism doesn't require you to change anything or do anything. In the light of wisdom, you're accepted just as you are. So Shakyamuni Buddha, so the Buddha, is neither creator nor destroyer. Is simply revered as the great teacher in all traditions of Buddhism. Different Buddhist traditions teach different paths or practices to awakening, but the core teachings remain the same. It's known as the three marks of the Dharma. So suffering is inevitably part of the human condition, and it's caused by our craving and stubborn clinging to our attachment to our ego self. All things and phenomena that arise from causes and condition are impermanent. They're constantly changing. Inevitably, they come to an end. All things and phenomena that arise from causes and conditions are empty. They are devoid of a permanent self or the unchanging essence of me. So in the Honganji tradition, Shakyamuni Buddha appears on this earth 2,600 years ago to reveal the existence of Amida, the Buddha of immeasurable life and infinite light. and the primal vow of Amida to save all beings from this world of human confusion and delusion, creating the path of Nembutsu, which leads to birth in the Pure Land, where one is instantaneously awakened and returns to this world in oneness with Amida to guide others to birth into the Pure Land. So if Prince Siddhartha had not become Shakyamuni Buddha, we as a Sangha, we wouldn't be here. This temple wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here as the temple minister. So our debt of gratitude to Shakyamuni Buddha can never be repaid in this unrepeatable life, and yet we must try to repay it. And thus, in the Honganji tradition, Nirvana Day, or Parinirvana Day, is observed as the memorial service for Shakyamuni Buddha, the great teacher, whose Dharma teachings continue to inspire a diverse and inclusive Sangha around the world. So Nirvana Day reminds us that we're part of that global Sangha, a community of Buddhists around the world. We're not alone. Nirvana Day reminds us of our gratitude for the benevolence of the Buddha in teaching the path to awakening, the causes and conditions of our life, this unrepeatable life. It's inconceivable. Nirvana Day inspires us to live a true and real life by awakening the mind of compassion and the heart of gratitude of Amida Buddha inside ourselves. And thus we are able to live this unrepeatable life in the unselfish service of others, in joy and gratitude. So let's put our hands together in Gassho and bow our heads and say the name of Amida Buddha in gratitude for the precious gift of awakening to the true meaning and purpose of this unrepeatable life. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Mahalo for listening this morning, and may your day be filled with aloha. Oops, there was one more slide.
Thank you, Reverend Carey, for sharing the Dharma with us this morning. Let us chant this Metta Sutta, the Loving Kindness Sutra. Ready?
May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May I be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to me. May I live in peace and harmony. May my family be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my friends be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my teachers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May strangers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my enemies be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony.
Reverend Carey will now lead us in the gratitude meditation.
So let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax if you can. If you're able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. Then sit up straight and align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes halfway so that you're looking both inwardly and outwardly. And just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in, think of something for which you are grateful. When you breathe out, just say Makawao. Just say thank you, thank you, thank you. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will sing at the end of our quiet meditation.
Thank you. Please rise if you're able and let us sing Ondoku-san, the hymn of gratitude, written by Shinran Shonin, which is on the screen. Please remain standing. We'll sing the Nembutsu.
Without a word, and falls without a word, never to return to its branch. Though its time is brief, and the space it occupies so tiny, it fulfills the total meaning of its existence. This is the voice of the single flower. This is the truth of life it proclaims to the world. The flower has no regrets, for it joyfully reflects the splendor of life eternal. The wisdom of Zenkyo Shibayama. Namo Aminatsu. Namo Aminatsu. Namo Aminatsu.
Thank you. Please be seated. Once again, thank you for joining our service this morning. And we have some announcements?
Okay, I think the schedule's correct. March 5th, so next Sunday is the first Sunday, so we'll be having birthdays, monthly memorials
Dharma
at
School.
Dharma School. So I encourage all of your children and grandchildren to show up for that. And then we just have regular Dharma family service for the rest of the month. Columbaryum's open every day, 8:30 to 5. Are there other announcements? I do know that the Cub Scouts are doing cooking stuff, right? So you guys want to come up and make an announcement of it? Come on down.
My name is Tori and I'm from Pack 18. And this is my brother Benji.
Louder. Say it again. The same thing. Same thing.
My name is Tori and I'm from Pack 18 and this is my brother Benji. We're selling cookies for Cub Scouts as a fundraiser to go to Pearl Harbor. $8 for a pack of 10 cookies. Sign up with my dad.
Okay, next time we'll do that with puppets. Good job, Tori, thank you. Yes, the cookies, by the way, they're very famous because it's Mrs. Holly, who used to be at the kitchen, I believe it's at Kalama Intermediate. Yeah, so Mike and Carissa's and Mike's mom, Mrs. Holly. Very famous shortbread cookies. They're supposed to be the best in the universe, so I encourage everyone to buy them. The Buddha did say, your life is not subtracted by how many cookies you eat, so. Okay, the Buddha never said that.
Thank you very much for sending me to Gisekai to Honolulu. I brought some crackers, senbei, for you guys. Thank you very much. I could see my grandkids and son. Thank you very much.
I have the pleasure of announcing that our Hana Matsuri will be on April 9th at Wailuku Honganji Mission. And it starts at 9 o'clock service with activities, refreshments, entertainment throughout the morning and early afternoon. So please mark your calendars, April 9th. We also have a sign up because we would like to know approximately how many people will be attending. And that is, the due date is March 17th. And then we will send in a count to ourselves because we are in charge this year. And then we can determine how much food to prepare. So please do sign up, join us. It's fun, and it's been, has it been like 3 years that we've had a Hana Matsuri in person with all the temples. Is that right? From 2020?
I think so, the last
Yeah.
in-person one, yeah.
Yeah, it was the last time we had Hana Matsuri. It will be fun seeing other members from other churches. So, first of all, March 17th in the office, we have a sign up. Let us know if you'll be there. And of course, things change, and if you sign up and you can't come, don't feel, like you're obligated to do that. But, let us know so that we can order the food. And the day of the event, Hana Matsuri 2023, is April 9th, a Sunday. Okay, see you there. Thank you. Some of you, our new friends, might not know what Hana Matsuri is. Okay, now today we have honored Shakyamuni Buddha, his death. Hanamatsuri is his birth. Okay, in April. All right, so that's Hanamatsuri. All right.
Okay.
Anything else?
Any other announcements? Okay, if not, thank you very much.
Yeah. And please join us in the hall for refreshments and have a great week. Oh, side note, sorry, can I have one more side note? I'm going to plug in for Kamehameha School, since my boys go there, my grandboys. They're having a ho'olau, the first after 3 years, and it's going to be a big one. It'll be at Kamehameha School. It's free parking. There'll be about 40 vendors, and there'll be food trucks, and they're selling all kinds of onolicious things. But everybody knows what the campus is, right? And they'll have fun games for the kids and those kinds of things. So please support Kamehameha School.
When?
Oh, this Saturday, March 4th. March 4th. But
What time?
I'm sorry, 9 to 3. There's a sign, I think, by Pukalani Super Red as you turn. 9 to 3, and hopefully the weather holds out, but it's a big one. It's a big one. And they're going to have farmers market with all kinds of good, I know this one lady's bringing 1,000 plants.
Wow.
There's 1,000 plants and there's succulents, all kinds of good things, because it has been 3 years. And this ho'olau is supporting the sophomore class, which my grandson is part of, but it should be a great one. Okay, so again, 9 to 3, Kamehameha School. Thank you. Have a great week. Jean, can you do me a favor? Can I take these 2 copies?